here we are. The house looks exactly the same as the last time I did this. We got new chests because the chests now hold more. So this is a big chest. This chest now holds all of my grains, veggies, and fruits. Whereas this one is all the ocean fishing situation that we can get. On this end is all of our crafting materials. I have a couple of holes because I was recently building stuff. All of our gems are now in one chest. And then all of our flowers are in one chest. Currently, the only flower we're looking for are these green ones. I need that to complete a portion of the event. So that's part of what we're doing. But I really just want to get stuff done, if I'm honest. Before we go too far, I forgot to say that we are currently, as a valley, under construction. There are a lot of changes happening. So, as you can see, I've kind of changed my yard a little bit. And I recently changed it again. So, I'm going to do that. Let's actually do that. Park my bike closer to the house. We might put something else in this space, but I don't know yet. We moved our little ruler stone to be right in front of the house, because it is supposed to be representative of me being a good ruler of the valley. We moved Buzz's camper here because it was kind of clunky where it was, and so we moved it to where it would be more out of the way, and we moved his little spaceship patrol vehicle here as well, once again, because it just wasn't in a good place before. We had kind of stuck it where we could whenever we were first asked to place it, but now it's in a much better spot. And it just looks a lot nicer than it did before. The van, the camper is kind of camouflaged. Not exactly, but we see less of the camper than we did before. We have a little gravel path up to Buzz's house. And then just everything we need right there. The valley itself is under construction, but the only thing we've really gotten done, and it's not even really done, is the plaza. As you can see, I've changed the garden a little bit. I've changed the pathing completely for the plaza. This is about as far as I got. We're not done. We still have these big spaces, so everything is still subject to move. I've just been filling things in. My original plan for the garden was to have two separate gardens, like have this one be kind of my garden and then have a little separate one for Mickey and Minnie, but I don't think that's gonna really work out, so we might put something else in this space, or maybe they will just have like a longer garden to fill this space. I'm open to suggestions if anybody is willing to share ideas. This stuff, the apple trees and the benches, I just kind of plonked down so that they would be placed and out of the way, but they're not their permanent spots. Like I said, everything is subject to change. Minnie's house, we kind of moved Minnie and Mickey's. You're being disruptive, Mirabelle. We moved Mickey and Minnie's houses. The pool is subject to change. It's an idea. I didn't want to have anything coming up from up here blocking the line of sight to Buzz's camper. I wanted that to be kind of like, you can see it, you know where it is. And this pool is just kind of a good thing to fill space. I don't hate it here, but it is subject to change. Like I said, I'll accept any suggestions. The problem being just that we don't actually own a lot of stuff. And so we just kind of have to make do with what we have. But like I was saying, Mickey and Minnie's houses we changed so that Minnie's house was closer to Mickey's. I just decided that I didn't like it right here. Although I liked that it was like a little closed off neighborhood for me, Mickey, and Minnie. It just wasn't practical. Like Ariel's right here. Characters were always coming stand right here.
Eric's here.
Characters were always coming stand right here, and they were just staring at the back of Minnie's house, and I really didn't like that. And it was just, it blocked off this view from the plaza, and it was just kind of in the way. So we moved it over to the cliff.
I have something to tell you.
Everyone is interrupting me. We'll get to you, Mirabelle. Mirabelle? Mirabelle. I was thinking of Merida and Mirabelle at the same time. But like I said, we put Minnie and Mickey's houses closer. We kind of gave them a joint yard, but they're both closed off by hedges just to give them a little privacy. Quiet the noise as people are walking up from this path. And it's the same on Mickey's side where it's blocking off the path so that it blocks the noise. They have a joint yard. Mickey has a little doghouse in the front, a companion house. Pluto doesn't exist in here, but, you know, Mickey would have one for Pluto if he did. Gave this little bike to Minnie. It's cute right in front of our house. We've decorated around with flowers. These flowers right here are subject to change. I just haven't decided what to do with it. It's just out, so I know that it's...
a great night.
You too, Woody. Have a good night. Just so that I know that I have it and can use it at any point. And then in their joint yard, Mickey and Minnie have this cute little picnic area that they can use if they want. And I kind of put the bushes right here so that they had a little bit of privacy. Like, obviously people can, you know, we use our imaginations here. We like imagination. We like RP. And so it's just a good place for them to have a spot if they wanted. I do like these sort of like benches facing each other. It might need to change somehow though. I don't know. I wish maybe if there was like a sandbox or something so that this was a little playground. I don't know yet, is what I'm saying. We're in the process of changing. I've worked several hours on the plaza last night actually and have not made much progress. So we'll see. We'll see what options we have for like turning this into a secondary garden or maybe just expanding this garden out downwards, because it doesn't have to be two separate ones. I just like the idea of there being like a my garden and a Mickey garden, not that they garden at all on their own. For Scrooge's house, we didn't really do much. We moved these trees. Well, this tree really, because it was blocking this dress, and there's no point of the display if you can't see it, so we moved the mic tree over.
Are you sure you're strong enough to handle yourself out here?
My coloration makes me look like a mini Mother Gothel. So we gave it a little symmetry with another tree so that his Mikeberry tree wasn't so obvious that it was a Mikeberry tree. He has another tree in his yard. His flowers are pretty much in the same spot as they've always been. I did put street lamps in front of Mickey.
I bet your first friend was a toy.
In front.
Right?
Woody, please. In front of Mickey and Minnie's house. It was just cute, as if there was like a yellow one to represent Mickey, but it's on Minnie's side, and vice versa. There's like a pink one to represent Minnie, but you know. I was putting...
Hey, it's you. Could you help me out?
I was putting way too much thought into it. Like I said, I've been changing up. I'm sure it looks exactly the same, the pathing, but I did remove all the pathing and relay it down.
Oh, I wonder if anyone here has a gizmo or a thingamabob.
And relayed it down just so it looks... It makes sense with what's currently going on. I've been using a lot of hedges. Here's some hedges to separate Scrooge's shop in Mini Casita. Just because it was better than using those two trees to like block off the alleyway. I just like that the hedges give it a sort of privacy. Like it's a little, you block off the property and it just gives it something. It's more green, but it also gives a sense of each person has their own yard without having to necessarily put down a fence. I'm not a fan of the fences just because I feel like the valley doesn't need fences. This isn't the vibe of the valley I want, but you know, I'm slowly coming around to the idea that the characters deserve their privacy. Moving over to Remy's situation, I've moved the house and the restaurant further apart, so that Remy has two distinct spaces here, even though he seems to own this whole property. And then you come back here, and I have an easier access to this mining spot. And I gave Remy his little hot tub because, you know, he's a rich guy who likes the nice things in life, and so I figured he might like his own little sort of hot tub situation.
I'm so glad we met.
Me too, Elsa. And that's pretty much the biggest changes we've made so far. I do have a lot of ideas for the construction that I'd like the plaza to undergo. Not the plaza, but the valley to undergo. We are going to be moving Wally's truck again. I think we just moved Wally's truck in the last stream, but we're going to be moving his truck again. I think what I want to do is put trellises in front of it, because I think the trellises will hide it better than just these bushes I've shoved in this corner. And it is kind of a big, ugly truck, as much as Wally deserves better. So I might extend the trellises out this way and kind of put trellises around Wally's truck, which means that I'll probably face the truck the other way and make him go all the way around. I originally put it this... Oops. Oh, hey, Wally. I had... just walked into your house for a quick second, no worries. I originally pointed it in this direction so it was like he could... so that he could drive right off the truck and come work in his garden. It's just not working out that way. I want the valley to look nice, and these big vehicles... The houses are so clunky looking. And I don't like it. So we're either going to put Wally's truck like that, or maybe we'll move it over here closer to Merlin's house. Maybe park it back here and move these trellises, and we'll see. So I'm going to eventually get to that. I just am not 100% certain right this second what I'm going to be doing with that. Something I will be doing, though, is coming down here to the ocean. I've realized that it's very crowded down here. And what I've come to notice is we don't like that. So we're going to experiment for a second. We're going to experiment just for my own peace of mind. So where is Ariel? Someone show me Ariel. There she is. She's up here. I guess I could have looked for Ariel before, but I wanted to make a point. These buildings are so ostentatious. Ursula has this creepy building, and it's just on the beach, and Ariel has this gaudy house that's right off the beach, and it's a lot to look at, especially on this coastline. And I've come to realize, and I know that this was likely intended gameplay, because there's a function that will make our lives easier. So, anyone, who's the closest? Donald Duck, deal. So, there is a function whenever you look at these characters, and I just realized this while watching the video edits. Donald, please. When you talk to these characters that live on the water, I can click, let's go see your house. And that just takes me automatically into their house. So I don't actually need to access their house from the inside or from the outside. I don't have to be able to walk up to their house. So Donald's down there. So the biggest problem would be exiting their house. And so we're all going to experiment together. So let's save the game. Let's come down here. We're gonna move Donald's house away to where I can't access it. So let's put Donald's house there. So I can't just walk up to Donald's house and go in. So what we're experimenting to see is if I go see his house, will it allow me to exit? And how does it allow me to exit? Okay. So that's exactly what I want. Donald can swim. I didn't hate his house being here, and it does have a little dock. Well, actually, maybe because it has a dock is even more reason to push it back. But I didn't hate Donald's house, so we can put it back for now. Is this where it was? Who knows? We'll leave it there. It is a boat, so we could just go wherever.
Great to see you.
That being said,
I'm so happy Eric's here.
that function is going to do a lot for us because it means that we don't have to have all these houses just shoved up on my beach. And I don't know why that didn't occur to me before. I guess, well, I knew that that function existed, but not in a way that could be beneficial to me. And so now we're going to take full advantage of that because I would much rather place Ursula back here. That way I don't have to look at this ugly... Oh, her house actually doesn't have it. But the other ones do. So I like that. It's not right on the beach. It's not taking up space. I can enter and exit all I want. I like it there. And I think, you know, it gives Ursula more privacy. The non-villain characters don't have to worry, aren't gonna just jump in there for no reason. It's a good place for Ursula to be. That being said, so Ursula can swim, she can go into her house, no problem. Ariel. I have a problem that the color of this sand is so different from the color of this sand. I don't like it. Her house is already gaudy. To not have the sands match is terrible. We are gonna just not have to think about that anymore. We are gonna move Ariel's house as well. She can be far away from Ursula. I think originally I wanted to be able to push it even further back, but the line is much closer than I thought it would be. I really wish I could place things on a diagonal. I was having that problem when I was moving things around last night. I just really want to be able to push things on a diagonal. And Maui, he can't swim, but he can. Well, he probably can't swim. But he can shapeshift, which means that this can also just be really anywhere. And so this kind of matches in with like the skull rock situation. Man, I would love to place things on a diagonal. But look at how nice that is. Maybe nice isn't the right word, but it just gives me more to look at in the distance. I think, oh man, I wish I could push that even further back. Let's move Maui's stuff over here. Oh, I really wanted it to go behind there, but that's fine. Kind of next to this island, facing Moana's little fishing boat. I think he'll be happy there. He wanted to be close to Moana. They can stare at each other. Maui can handle Ursula. Ursula's over here mostly just because... We can shove her into this corner. Mostly just because that's where I first met her, in that cave. So I kind of like her there. Doesn't have to be completely in the corner, though. Which is nice. And then let's put Ariel's house back over here, but further back. can actually go pretty far. And that kind of opens up the world. It looks like we don't have a ton of stuff just on the beach. It gives us more space to play with, really. Which is the goal. I won't be so cruel and shove Ariel into that corner, I guess. We'll put her right there. Can she see? Maybe I'll do the same thing with Ariel that we did with Eric. I mean, that we did with Moana and Maui. Where is Eric's house? Eric's house is just all the way over there, is the problem. And I don't want to be staring at Ariel's house while I'm fishing off this pier. It doesn't matter, but it matters in my heart. I'm going to put her back over here. Something more like that. I like that better. I wish I could placing things on a diagonal would be amazing. Is Ariel, who's the closest? I want to make sure just one more time. Let's save. I feel like it would kick me out of the game. Let's practice one more time. Try one more time just to make sure I can get out safely.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Let's go see your house. Nice. This is her house. It looks the same as it always did. We'll exit. Oh, and it put me right where I left, which is interesting and also slightly convenient. Now with Donald's house, we might move it back. But for now, we'll just leave it there. Because who knows? Donald, I don't know if he likes... I didn't want to go inside. I don't know if he likes living directly on the beach. He might like having the ability for friends to come over, even though he is a duck, should be able to swim. But we're under construction. We're gonna start putting a lot of things out and be building up the valley to make it the place that everyone can be happy in. I am slightly worried that I'm gonna put a bunch of stuff down and then have to move it because more and more characters will always be coming to the valley. But we'll just have to see and hope for the best. One last thing, by the way, before I forget. I told myself when I was doing the valley, I wouldn't start any quest accidentally. And whenever I passed it on the ground, I told myself, you know what? It's fine. I don't need to pick it up. I'll save that for the next time we do one of these Disney Valley streams. Unfortunately, it looks like that didn't happen. I accidentally picked it up the next time I saw it on the ground, so I did accidentally start a quest. All I did was pick up the bag, and apparently it's full of ingredients, and it wants me to bring it to Remy. Nothing too big. I didn't accidentally start anything else, so we are on the up and up. There is a book here. Let's see if we can this time focus on one quest at a time, one quest line at a time. So let's not start too many things. Hello, Remy. Give.
Hello.
Yes, my bag of ingredients. I thought I'd never get this back.
Aww.
I had a little misunderstanding with one of the raccoons in the Forest of Valor. He grabbed the bag and ran off. I thought I'd never get to finish my errands. Can I help you with your errands? Actually, now that you mention it, I could really use your help. What do you need? Well, these were ingredients for some special deliveries.
Oh.
I wanted to make meals to thank everyone who stayed behind to take care of the valley during the forgetting. Well, that's thoughtful. Aw, thanks. I figured it was the least I could do after Mickey took care of my recipes. There's only one problem. I've been pretty busy with the restaurant, so I haven't had time to cook all the meals I had planned. If I gave you these ingredients, do you think you could finish making some meals for Merlin, Mickey, Mr. McDuck, and Goofy? You've been a pretty great sous chef in the past. Of course, I'd be honored to help. Thanks, Kizzy. I really appreciate it. Here, take the ingredients. Just make sure to cook them fresh, and they've definitely got to be 5 stars. Come talk to me if you need any help thinking of meals.
Hope to see you soon.
Me too, bud. Cook 5-star meals for Merlin, Mickey, Scrooge, and Goofy. Let's take a look. 5-star meals. Well, we know that Goofy loves a bouillabaisse, so we'll make Goofy a bouillabaisse. Let's see. Well, if we get Mickey a pizza, he could share with Minnie if he wants. So that'd be fun. I feel like Scrooge seems like the kind of person that would like a paella. And all we're looking for is Merlin. What would Merlin like?
For tonight's late night snack, I'm thinking Roquefort and figs.
Merlin. He's seen everything. Let's do the teriyaki salmon for Merlin. You know, he knows everything of the past and future, but has he tasted everything? A teriyaki salmon feels like something that I bet Merlin has never tasted before. I didn't say it, but I did get more tables for Remy so that he didn't have that one lone table. We don't have any chairs. I wasn't sure what kind of chairs to get. The ones that he has inside the restaurant don't feel like outside. Don't feel like outside chairs. Okay, Mickey. Mickey, I got something for you.
Hey, howdy,
Yeah,
hey.
I knew that was going to happen. Sorry, Woody. I was actually trying to talk to Mickey.
So long, partner.
Why are they walking together? Okay, Mickey. Mickey, I got you a pizza.
Hey there.
Oh boy, what did I do to deserve this delicious looking meal? I whipped it up with a little help from Remy. We wanted to thank everyone who took care of the village during the forgetting. It's our way of showing gratitude to you for taking care of Remy's recipes. Gosh, I was glad to do it. I'm just sorry for forgetting where I buried so many of them. Thanks, Kizzy. With you and Remy around, I just know this village is going to keep getting better and better.
So long for now.
All right, Scrooge McDuck is going to be inside of his shop.
I need to talk to you.
Me too. Scrooge gets the paella.
Oh, greetings, neighbor.
Now that's about as fine as a meal as I've ever seen. Are you just giving something like that away for free? Consider it a little thank you payment from me and Remy for taking care of the village during the forgetting. Thank you, Mr. McDuck, for believing there was something here worth saving. I've made many a penny by investing in ventures that others thought were hopeless causes, Kizzy. I knew all we needed was someone as enterprising as yourself to come along, and I appreciate you for thanking me. A wee bit of gratitude is worth more than all the gold in the Yukon. In sentiment, that is.
Thank you kindly.
Oops, sorry. I'm actually going to go
Bye-bye.
now. Bye-bye.
I've got your back.
Thanks, Mally. Goofy.
there, pal.
Hey
How about a
there.
chat?
I got you a bouillabaisse after all your hard work.
Good to see you.
Gosh, this smells delicious, Kizzy. Who's it for? It's a little gift from me and Remy to you. Thanks for watching over the royal fishing rod. Aw, shucks, I'm speechless. You okay? Oh, sorry, pal. I was just being speechless, like I said. Thanks, Kizzy. I can't wait to get my favorite double-ended fork spoon and dig in. Yuck.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. And Merlin, thank you for conveniently being right here.
into the future, so I know you should come talk to me.
Okay. Teriyaki salmon.
Well, hello.
Well then, what's all this? I don't recall requesting such an extravagant meal, though I am a bit peckish. It's a thank you meal, courtesy of me and Remy. We wanted to show our gratitude to you for taking care of this village during the forgetting, and for being the only one who knows what's going on half the time. Well, it helps to have a glimpse of the future, and to have a great deal of books to consult. Actually, I'm afraid I haven't the faintest idea what to say.
Oh.
I suppose I never expected a thank you. I was simply doing what was right. No need to say anything. Just enjoy. I shall. Acts of kindness like this meal are what hold this valley together, Kizzy.
Thank you. You're very kind.
And Remy, is he still in his house? Yes, he is.
Could I talk to you?
Hey, Kizzy, you're back. Did you have time to bring those meals to Merlin, Mickey, Mr. McDuck, and Goofy? How did they react? Did they enjoy them? They were really happy. That's great. I'm glad to hear it. And hey, while you were taking care of all that, the thought of a special meal I could make for you. Aw, thanks, Remy. Anytime, Kizzy. Here you go. 1 3-course thank you for everything you do around here.
Yeah.
Bon appetit. Hearty salad, ratatouille, and a banana split. Yum, yum.
We work well as a team.
Yeah, we do, Remy. Yeah, we do.